So many friends and family. Yeah, I'm so alone and lonely. I want to reach out, talk to. I didn't mean to hurt her. I can't believe I didn't see it from my way. I guess what she said is the truth, and I am truly insane. There's a need for a funeral, and I can say this now without feelings of regret or remorse, that someone might mourn this death, not understanding its necessity. This paradox of prison language within an inescapable box is too paradoxical to escape without some form of radical departure. If this society is going to rethink the criminal justice system, then language in the form of action must be at the forefront of this cause. Instead of prison cell, I sat there alone, nowhere to go. My heart screamed out in that tiny little cell. I begged God, got down on my knees to pray. Said, God, I can't take this anymore. He said, confess your sins, and I'll forgive you. And now, I have a home that I did not have before. The darkest hour is when you find yourself in a maze, running in circles, going nowhere. America makes up roughly 4% of the world's population, yet houses 22% of the world's incarcerated persons. The American justice system is broken. Using the poems When I Get Out by Stacey Lance, Alone by Derry Marshall, The Darkest Hour by Darcy Young, and Afraid by Jeff Dunn, a program to remind you that those who leave the system leave broken and haunted, if they ever leave. I am attracted to conflict, and I sugarcoat my troubles. Most of all, my despair. Dwelling my own misery, not willing or able to share anything. So here I sit in solitude, trying to work out my troubles. But you know, it's hard to get good advice from an unstable mind. Not knowing if I'm right or if I'm wrong, fearful of what I'll find. How can I maintain this relationship when only one will communicate? I find it harder not to take the easy way out. I do want to be normal. So here I sit in solitude with this pen and paper in my hands. They are my only friends. The high and mighty must be convinced that I'm one of the good, that my life is full of redeemable qualities. I need to share in lecture format my many escapades, like the one on 14th Park Road, where my man Dirty Red's got his left testicle blown off in a robbery attempt, or how I once used to operate a crack house down the road from the now infamous bus boys and poets. I'm not the girl on Park Road anymore, but they don't care. As if their houses stood spotless, as if some moment from their childhood or some other immoral moment doesn't exist. I know the pain of a psycho. She was inside. I thought the streets of happiness and reason and hope. Hey parents, do you know where your kids are tonight? Are they locked away inside of themselves? Are their minds slipping away? I'm losing mine, sitting here. I act like an animal, but God comforts me. I'm like his child and his little brat, believing all that is said to me, doing all that is told to me, and living off my hallucinations. I'll get out one day. The darkest hour is when you find yourself in a maze, running in circles, going nowhere. The daily murders go unanswered, to die of cold in Southern California, to starve in New York City, the restaurant capital of the world, to be without a coat on the Broadway of coats. The crimes pile up as high as the mountains, and they wonder why. Just living where I'm from, breathing where I'm from, simply existing where I'm from is a crime. I was born to die a criminal. The lie begins with one having paid their debt to a morally bankrupt system that will never allow a zero balance, let alone issue credits within the scales of justice. The con is actually the system itself, manipulating language to denotate deviant behavior. I remember eyes watching me, constantly judging me, sitting there, them looking at me, judging me, labeling me as bad, even if I tried to represent the good. When I get out, the first thing I'm going to do is get a gun to protect myself from the police. Probably more than just one gun, because there's so many different types of police. When I get out, I'm going to kill as many people as I can before they get me. When I get out, I'm going to spend all the hatred you taught me by becoming a mass murderer. Remember when you cut off my eyelids by putting me in that sensory deprivation chamber because I wanted to go to my mother's funeral? Remember when you chained me to that bed and beat on my feet with those wooden paddles until they turned red and smelled like basketballs? When I get out, I'm going to kill as many people as I can. And all you judges, jury persons, cops, and jailers can't say anything. Because it was you who taught me it was cool to kill. It was you who laughed at my humanity as you ground your hell in my dignity. So pray and listen that I don't find you. Because when I pay my debt to society, society will pay its debt to me. The darkest hour is when you find yourself in a maze, running in circles, going nowhere. I was irresponsible, so they put me in a place where I had no responsibilities. I wasn't a productive member of society, so they isolated me from the community. I wasn't positive or constructive, so they put me in a place where I was degraded and made useless. Prison is a place where you write letters and have nothing to say. It's a place where hope springs eternal, and every parolee board meeting is a chance to get out. Even though you know the odds are hopelessly stacked against you. Prison's a place where you lose respect for the law because you see it broken, bent, twisted, and ignored, exploited by the people who exploit. Prison is a place where you go for years without one kind word. It's a place where all your friendships are shallow, and you know that. It's a place where you sleep when you are not tired, a place where you pull up blankets over your head when you're not cold. Prison is a place you escape by dreaming, reading, or going mad. The darkest hours when you find yourself in a maze, running in circles, running in circles. Shut up! You get to feel good. You're not me. This thinking is a cancerous tumor. It must be extracted, destroyed, and replaced with a new philosophical intent. I am not here to protect the prison industrial complex image through my own personal narrative. I am here with my own toolbox. So to the person with the old toolbox, death will not be by the blade bleeding out in night silence. It will not be by an entry and exit wound splattering brain and bone matter across the wall. This death will simply be quick, swift, and instantaneous. Brushstroke across the canvas of life. Correcting a wrong that was never meant to be. A picture created without purpose. Correcting a wrong for the sake of right or righteousness.